What's up guys, in this video I'm going to show you how to get over a breakup by sharing with you the story of my first relationship ending, how I was extremely depressed, and what I did to get over it. Alright, story time. So believe it or not, there was one point in my life where I was extremely heartbroken. So let me take you back to when I was 21. I was a senior in college. And I had my first girlfriend ever. And me and this chick fucking fell head over heels. Believe it or not, started as a one-night stand. I met her at a bar, pulled her back to my place. This is when I was about 3-4 months in the game, and we wound up hooking up. But then she slept over, and we wound up getting along really, really well. And then she slept over the second night, and we just couldn't stop hanging out. I was a senior, she was a junior in college. We basically hang out like literally every day. And honestly, I think this chick still to this day is amazing. Like, we wound up getting along really well. It was one of those things that just happened so fast, but then it just escalated into a relationship within weeks. But so then I graduated from college, and she was still a junior, so we had to do a long distance thing. And she would come visit me, I would come and visit her, but it was hard. You know, long distance is very hard. I think it's unsustainable. And then after she graduated from college, she wound up moving to California, and I was still living in Jersey. So I was like, fuck, you know, like, I hate being in New Jersey, I want to move out there. I'm not gonna lie, part of the reason I moved out to LA was her. Now, of course, I did have other reasons. I probably would have still done if it wasn't for her, but that was definitely a big catalyst. And then something happened. So I move out to California, and she picks me up from the airport, but she's being all weird, right? So I'm like, what's up, what's up? And she won't tell me. So 24 hours later, I got it from her. For the last few months, she was seeing another guy, and she just didn't know how to tell me. And I was fucking crushed. I was heartbroken, you know? So then I did the mature thing and decided to move on. No, I did pretty much what every other guy does, is I became determined to get her back. And I actually did accomplish that. And a lot of that was through game. You know, I was like, okay, well, let's just hang out as friends. And I got her out, and then we had an awesome date, and I built up a lot of sexual tension, and I rekindled a lot of old feelings, you know, did a lot of callback stuff, and hooked up with her. And then, you know, we had a night of crazy sex, and then I got her to basically break up with that guy, and I was successful at it. So you might think that, you know, oh, dude, this is awesome, right? Like, you were able to do what you wanted. Yes, but it wasn't successful long term, because the minute that I wound up getting her back, that relationship was on the wrong foot. And about a year later, it ended for real. You know, it was very on and off. We had our little fights, and it just wasn't a stable, sustainable relationship. It was quite tumultuous. But about a year later, she broke up with me for real. She said, Alex, you know, I really like you. You're such an awesome guy, but I'm losing, you know, romantic feelings for you. I don't think it's going well. I think we're growing apart. And she was right. You know, we were growing apart. We were not the same people we were in college. I was actively getting into game. I was more into self-development. You know, my mind was being opened up. And, you know, she was really focused on her career. We just kind of grew apart, right? And, you know, I'll be honest, I did not handle it well. You know, I became really, really depressed. I got super bummed out, because in my mind, I'm like, this girl is fucking awesome. She's perfect. I've never had such feelings or such emotions, you know, with anyone else. I was like convinced that I would not meet anyone else like her in my whole life. But then one of my best friends said something to me that, you know, wound up being extremely true. You know what he said? Something very simple. He said, Alex, time heals all wounds. I think he had a bro at the end. So he's like, time heals all wounds. And it's actually very true. At the moment of the breakup, you may feel like life is over, you're never gonna get over it, but then over time, those feelings go away. Feelings are temporary emotional states, and the key word is temporary. Time does heal that. However, there's one thing I'm gonna tell you. There's a way to significantly expedite this process. And some of you guys watching this video will be like, oh, of course the pickup guy will said this, what a pickup douche, but it's fucking true, so sue me. You know what it is? It's going out there and meeting other girls. That will significantly expedite the process of you getting over it. Because the reason you're so bummed out after the breakup is because you're convinced that you will never meet a girl like her. You're pedalizing her. You're putting her on an extreme pedestal in your mind. But when you go out there and you realize that even though she may be a great girl, there's other great girls out there, well, your subconscious will start to basically get over her a lot faster. And that's what really helped me a lot. You know, I'll be honest, like, I went through a week or two where I was just super bummed out. Then I had that talk with my friend. He was like, dude, let's go out, let's talk to some girls. And I went out there, and yeah, it was kind of rough at first, but then, you know, a few weeks later, I wanted hooking up with another girl, and I was like, you know what, like, there's other great girls out there, and that's the truth. So basically, when you're in a breakup, you know, you're super depressed, you're in a state of extreme scarcity. Again, you're thinking in your mind that, oh my God, I will never meet a girl like her. But, you know, you will. Like, there's other great girls out there. And I think the last point I want to make on this is that at the end of a relationship, you know, once time has passed, it's important to have a period of self-reflection and try to learn from the mistakes that you made. So what were the mistakes I made in that situation? Well, the biggest one is after she told me she was seeing another guy, is I try to get her back. That's something that a lot of guys do, but it's a mistake. At that point, what I should have done is should have said, okay, cool, I wish you guys the best, and, you know, cut her out of my life, at least romantically, you know. Maybe it would have been okay for us to remain friends, right? You know, we're still friends to this day, but I should have cut her out in terms of, you know, dating me. I should have been the one that ended at that point, and I didn't do that, right? Again, because I was in a state of scarcity. And another thing, I was kind of needy throughout that relationship, you know. Moving to California to be with her, that was a little bit of a chody move, you know, and in other ways, I was kind of needy, you know. I was calling her a lot. I was just, you know, I just became needy in a lot of ways. And that's also a mistake, you know, that I think a lot of guys will make. And I think it's a good thing to have these experiences, because now I can tell you that, you know, my current relationship, I'm not going to make any of these mistakes. If Natty was to go and hook up with another guy, my first thought wouldn't be, how do I get her back? I would end that relationship. So I think that you have to use these, you know, situations in order to grow as a person and learn from your mistakes. All right, hopefully you guys found this video valuable. And there's one thing that I forgot to mention. The most crucial step in getting over a breakup is smashing that like button, hitting subscribe, and clicking the bell for notification. Let us know in the comments about some of your stories about getting over breakups. Maybe that can motivate some of the other guys as well. Thank you guys for watching, and until next time.